Hi, everybody. Welcome to This is the Thread. Chris Lazar here. Another late night. The last episode was late, too. This one is also very late than what I kind of have been doing. It's here. It's like 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S., here in Michigan. And I am broadcasting to you live this late at night for a special reason. Reason. I wanted to tell you another story. Kind of goes along with the Barnes and Noble story, the last episode that I posted. And this one's very similar in a lot of ways. I got, recently, I got played by a woman. And the sentence that I said right there is very important. She didn't play me. I got played. And we're going to get into this, but this is what I told her. I said, I got played. She did not play me. I played myself. Because when I say it like that, I give myself 100% responsibility for what happened. And we're going to get into this. Because there is more that I could have done and shouldn't have done to the situation. See, because if you know what? And she might have said certain things, and we're going to get into this. She might have said certain things, did some certain things, but I'm not blaming it on somebody else. This is on me. Because, hey, if I blame it on somebody else, then that means I have nothing to change. The NFC Championship, the Saints lost because of that one bullshit call in the end zone. No, I'm sorry. No, you lost because you didn't make enough plays. You could have done more. It didn't have to come to that call. And hey, you still had fucking overtime, Saints. How about that? You threw a pick in overtime. Dude, don't give me that fucking bullshit. That's the same thing Cubs fans said on the night of Steve Barton when he fucking went up and disrupted the ball in the outfield. Dude, there was still, what was it? We can go back and look. There was like 2 outs or some shit. They were leading the game. They were leading the series. The series, it's not like he lost them the fucking series. Dude, they were leading the series. 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. You're gonna tell me that one fucking call, that one Steve Barton motherfucker ruined your whole series? Saints are gonna tell me this whole shit? Anyway, I digress. But I'm not pushing blame. This is 100% on me. I've been talking to this girl for a few months. And started off, I saw her in her department. Let's call it that. And I said hi. She said hi back. From there, I saw her at lunch and we struck up a conversation. And I think I remember her saying like I was one of the only people who would say hi to her. And hey, that's fine. Cool, I thought. I met her officially then, got her name. I then asked her for the instant message, her name, last name, so I can add her on the instant message at work. We talked a little bit through that, a little bit. Um, for a little bit of a time, there was a quiet period where we didn't really talk or anything. And then it started back up again, where she would hit me up on instant message. Always initiating almost always initiating the conversation, and we'd talk a little bit on there. Um, she was sending what I would consider heavy flirtatious messages without having really known based on without ever having really known her. Heavy emoji use. I know, right? We're really like you're probably like, Chris, seriously, we're analyzing emoji uses. Well, okay, now hang on. If one of my coworkers did that, do any of my coworkers do that currently? No. No, they don't. So, what I would consider heavy flirtations, and you know what? I didn't think much of it and I didn't push it. I didn't. You're saying to yourself, Chris, okay, she was showing what you thought she was showing you interest. Did you do anything? No, I didn't. Until one day, she threw out the phone number to me. And I was like, okay, that's a green light, in my opinion, in my book. That is a green light. I texted her that night, and we actually set up a little time to meet the next night. We met up on a Saturday outside of work at an ice cream shop, and it was great. We talked. We talked for a while, ate ice cream, and we got back home. And then the next day, more texting back and forth. And she did mention in the meeting she does not date coworkers. She had bad experiences with coworkers. She mentioned that in the date. She also said, hey, I'm going to pay for my ice cream. And as an aside note, I was not going to pay for her fucking ice cream. No. No. Dude. No. I went along with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking paying for ice cream. You didn't have to mention that. So, very interesting. She said she wasn't interested. She said she doesn't date coworkers yet. She met me outside of work. She threw the number out to me. Heavy flirtatious messages via instant message at work is what I interpreted it as. So now I feel like these are green light signals. All right, green light signals. The next week, more messaging on Skype, typical stuff. We were supposed to get together the next weekend, but it ended up not working out because she was sick or something like that. And then we got to the point where we were having a phone conversation. And she was saying, hey, don't we have a connection? Do you feel that? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do. Thinking, okay, she must be thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. And then she asked me to describe it, and I said, okay, here's this. I think we're both attracted to each other, but the elephant in the room is that we work together. So, in essence, we're afraid to try something because of the fact that we work together. And if shit doesn't work out, if shit hits the fan, we got to see each other every single day. Not really. Almost every day. And it might be awkward. I mentioned this not to those exact words, but the essence of that through messages. But then I said, you know what? If we don't try, then it might suck in even more. Because, hey, maybe there's something here, but we're never going to know unless we try it. She said, yeah, okay. She said, okay, let's talk more tomorrow. So I talked more about it tomorrow. I should mention that this woman has some personal issues that she deals with. And hey, so does everybody. I'm not making a big deal about it. So we talk on message again on our work instant message on Skype. And we bring up what we had talked about last night. And she said that she's going through a lot. She can't date right now. She mentions later when we're talking in person. Yeah, I'm working on myself. I take it. I'm like, okay. I was really nice about it. And then over the course of this Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend, God bless, I thought more about it. And I was like, you know what? I just listening to myself, my head, my body, I did not feel good coming out of that conversation. And I knew something had to be done. Something had to be done, and that thing was that something that happened to me a while ago that I did, where a girl, we went out on a date, and then she tried to put me in the friend zone and say, hey, you're not that. I think we're two different people, but I want to keep you as a friend. And I told her, fuck no, bitch. And we went our separate ways. Nothing against her. We tried, but I'm not one of those guys that gets fucking friend zoned. I'd rather just end it right there. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not like that. Because I'm not like that. And I felt I had to do the same thing with this woman at work. So we talked, and I basically told her, hey, I had some situations in the past that kind of sucked. I got played in the past. And the messages that you were sending me, it felt one way, and then when things 180'd, I felt like I got played a little bit. But I'm here to say the messages, the texting, that's got to stop. And I'm paraphrasing here. This is obviously, I'm not directly quoting myself, although the essence of it is, that is the essence of the conversation. And she proceeds to say, well, I'm friendly like that to everybody. She proceeds to apologize, which I told her, stop, do not apologize, because this is 100% on me. This is me. All right. I did this. And you know what? I heard Grant Cardone kind of talk about this, where he was saying, you want things to be because of you, right? you want to cause things because you're in control. Otherwise, you're just a fucking victim to situations. So no, I told her, no, this is me. We're cool. I'm not going to talk shit about you or like, I don't hate you. It's just, I'm not going to be fucking friend zoned after getting fucking 180'd by you. She proceeds to say, well, you know what? I like to get to know guys. I want to get to know you. I barely know you. Hang on. So here's some shady shits that is happening. You said you're working on yourself. You said you have personal issues that you're dealing with. And yet you say this thing, well, I want to get to know you. I don't really know you. Most guys I date, I get to know them for a few months. So right there, issues, conflicting little arguments there. Number two, you ask me and you say, don't you feel like we have a connection? And you cause me to I let my guard down. And I let go of my emotions a little bit. And then complete 180, I look like a fuck boy. Yeah, 100%. And I am not gonna wait around for you to come around in a few months. I don't do that. Oh, and for the record, like as far as like me and this girl, we're done. I mean that's it. I know what you guys are thinking too. Oh, Chris, if in a couple months she's gonna come, if she comes back rolling to you would take her back. No, I fucking wouldn't. Oh no, I wouldn't. You don't know me. Oh, you do not know me. I got principles. And I told her that I have principles and I do not get caught being friends after being fucking 180 like that. No. No. And you know what? Maybe I might be wrong about that. I was asking some peeps and they were saying, "Hey, go for it." You know, but I think psychologically there is something wrong with being the person that waited around for somebody. Think about it. If you go to a meeting, right, and everybody's there, right, you all get there 5 minutes early, and the CEO comes in 10 minutes later than what the meeting was supposed to start. You've been waiting 15 minutes for this motherfucker to show up. Well, it just so happens you gotta wait 15 minutes so this motherfucker can show up. The meeting don't start unless he's there. So who's in control of the meeting? I would argue the motherfucking CEO. Because shit don't start until he walk in. Not to quote whatever, Kesha or anything. Right? So there's an element of control. There's an element that the relationship, lack thereof, or potential of it, is being dictated not by you. And that's something I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe. And you know what? Here on like a spiritual level, if if something was meant to happen, if God was meant something to happen like that, it would have happened. Not 6 months down the line when you're quote unquote ready, in my opinion. I'm mad at myself for the situation in how it went, because now the relationship between me and this woman has it's soured. It's at this point it's non-existent anymore. No, and I told her this in the conversation we had. We're coworkers now, right? I'm not interested in friends. We're coworkers. We're coworkers. Don't be sending me flirty messages. I didn't really say this to her, but I did say, the messages, we can't be doing that anymore. And she had sent me text messages all weekend, and I didn't respond. And I'm pissed at myself for getting caught in this. And maybe this was God's way of telling me you do not shit where you eat. You've probably heard this statement before, but you do not date, get in relationships with people, with coworkers, with people that work at your company. And although me and this woman do not directly work together, she works in my company. She works in close-ish proximity to where I work within the company. And maybe this was just a small warning that, hey, ease up. And we'll we'll move on. That's all we can do at this point. It's still kind of I'm still kind of pissed. Um, and I'm not pissed she that we're not gonna be together. Not I'm not pissed about that. It's because I let things get to a certain point, and it kind of goes back to the Barnes and Noble story where I said people are gonna bullshit you all day. When in reality, if somebody's trying to sell you on a dream that they can help you out with the dream, you better be extra careful that they ain't selling you short and they're not selling you snake oil like this motherfucker was at Barnes Noble. Because it's up to you in your life. It's up to you. Nobody's going to fucking help you out. And yeah, okay, family, very good friends, yes. But in reality, it's gonna be up to you. You're the quarterback of your own life. You're gonna take the snaps. And most of those other very key members of your life, family, friends, well, they're the receivers. They're your athletic training staff. They're going to be there to patch things up if you get hurt, catch passes from you, but you got to take the snaps. You got to call the plays. Ain't nobody going to do that for you. So you got to be careful. Dictate your own life. Call your own plays. And that's how I feel like in this situation with this woman. I did not call my own plays. I was not in control of the situation. And it sucks because, you know, we we lost a friendship over it. Now, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to move on. But things could have been, it could have been different had I been in control of my situation. And I firmly believe that. But the conversation that we ended on the last time me and her talked was me grasping the situation back in a way. It could have gone better, the conversation. I'm proud that I had this conversation with her. Things could have gone better though. Sure. But I'm happy the way things were said and that we left on semi good terms. I think. I don't know. Because, quite frankly, I didn't want to come off too strong, have her take it the wrong way. And the thing that I'm worried about the most is some shit talking at work. Oh, dude, I do not need that. Oh, I do not need that. That's what I was most afraid of. But I think the way it happened, the way it ended, was the way that it was meant to be. And yeah, sure, maybe there were some things that I could have said a little better, explained a little better. You know what? That's ammo for next time. That's learning material for the next time. I tell you guys, it's tough. It's tough. I don't like seeing this happen to anybody. It's a tough situation, man. And I wish everybody out there the best of luck when it comes to relationships and dating. Because the amount of fucking psychological warfare that happens, man, I never really realized until recently. Yeah, that shit's real. And I wish it wasn't. I really do. I wish it wasn't. But that's the world we live in today. That's the world we live. So anyway, oh man, I'm tired. Um, mm, we are gonna get to bed and move on with our lives and move on with this podcast. Guys, I promise you the cell phone, God, that's coming this week. I got to finish reviewing that one study. Very interesting stuff about how cell phones can knock out. I don't know if we were talking about this last episode, last cell phone episode, how they create these reactive oxygen species. They can, and these, I think, go hand in hand with free radicals and the potential to damage DNA. Well, yeah, they can damage your cellular membrane, these reactive oxygen species, and which can cause calcium to leak and efflux out of the cell, making the membrane very weak, and that's how you get you calcium goes out. It gets replaced by potassium, and then stuff can get in through the cellular membrane. And see, now I got to review the study and let you guys know. But guys out there, just be smart. Dictate your own life, man. Don't let people be in control of your life. How do you know they're in control? Well, listen to your body. If you come home and you feel like shit, chances are something good didn't didn't happen to you. Something not good happened to you. I feel it sometimes whenever people like tell me something and I like wholeheartedly disagree with them, I'll go the rest of the day like just feeling like total shit. Like, God damn it, I know they're wrong, but I can't say anything, or I feel like I can't say anything. You internalize it. That's why you need jujitsu. You gotta go and externalize it by putting somebody into Kimura. Guys, seriously, that okay? I'm tired. I'm gonna get going. Thank you for listening, everybody. Precarious situation, I know, but we'll get through it. Yeah, we've moved on. So on to new, bigger and better things. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Crystals are. This is the thread. Catch you guys very, very soon. Thank you.